Welcome to another episode of Tutorials with Ike. My name is Isaac Osafo Jr., the Vice President for the Association of Business Administration Students at UPSC. Now, today we are going to be looking at research methods, and we are going to start with research proposal, which is going to be a compulsory part for the upcoming research exams at UPSC. Research methods, I mean. So now, if you're a student at UPSC, I'd just like to inform you that next year I'll be contesting for the position of SRC president. So next year, don't forget to vote for Isaac Osafo Jr. as your next SRC president. All right, so now let's look at the question. So for the question one, which is the compulsory part, you'll be given something like a case scenario, right, which is the research proposal. So I'm going to read this particular question, then we'll see how you would answer the questions on it in case it comes. You get it? All right, so now let me read a case scenario. So it says that a company with 600 employees operates across several departments, including production, quality assurance, logistics, and human resources. Management is concerned about the impact of a new continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. To assess its effectiveness, the company is conducting a 6-month pilot within two departments: production, that's 200 employees, and logistics, 150 employees. You have been appointed as the lead researcher and are required to design a research strategy to guide future decisions. The study will focus on a sample of 60 employees from each department involved in the pilot. All right, so now they are saying that using this information, I formulate an appropriate research topic for the study. All right, so the research topic. All right, so now we are asked to formulate a research topic for this particular case. You get it? So now what is it talking about? If you are asked to give a topic, and most likely they'll ask you to definitely formulate a research topic, no matter how the question is, they'll definitely tell you to formulate a research topic. So now let's read it again and see the topic we can get from it. So it's more like you titling whatever they've given to you. So now they said a company with 600 employees operates across several departments, including production, quality assurance, logistics, and human resources. Now, listen carefully. Management is concerned about the impact of a new continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. You get it? So when you even read this particular part, they've already told you the topic. So a suitable topic for this one like this is, that's the second line. So the impacts of the continuous training, where's the training program on, so everything is here, on employee performance, job satisfaction and retention. Job satisfaction and retention. You get it? So even this one, when you read it, all what I've written is already in it. You get it? But then how do you know if your research topic is correct? Now your research topic has to have all the variables in it, both the dependent variable and the independent variable. And then whoever you are talking about. So this one is talking about the employees, right? So you realize that you have employee here. You get it? So now you should have these three things: the dependent variable, the independent variable, and then whoever you are talking about. So now when we say the independent variable, it is whatever is causing something to happen. You get? Now this one, they said that management is introducing a new training program. They want to see if that training program has an impact or an effect on the employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. So they want to see if continuous training program has an effect. So the impact of the continuous training program. So that means that the continuous training program is your independent variable. Whatever is after the impact. So when you see the impact of this, the cause of this, the effect of this, that's the independent variable. So whatever is causing another thing to happen, you get it. So this continuous training program is your independent variable. Then whatever it is affecting, so the continuous training program on whatever is after the on, or whatever the continuous training program is affecting, is the dependent variable. You get it? So on employee performance, that's a dependent variable. Job satisfaction is also a dependent variable, and retention as well is also a dependent variable. So whatever the independent variable is causing or is affecting is the dependent variable. Do you get it? So now we've been able to identify the continuous training program as our independent variable, then the employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention as our dependent variable. Do you get it? So now we know our research topic is correct. And I tell you that it also has to include whoever you're talking about. This one is talking about the employees. Because here there's employee performance, everyone knows that you're talking about employees. But you could have said maybe the impact of the continuous training program on performance, job satisfaction, and retention on employees. Do you get it? But because there's employee performance, everyone knows that you're already talking about employees. Do you get it? All right, so now let's go to the second one, the II, which is the main objective of the study. So, main objective of the study. So they are trying to say this research that they are doing, what's the whole point? Why are they doing it? So the main objective, what's the whole point? Now we can even get it from the title or the research topic. So now we said that the impact of the continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. So now it means that they want to know if the continuous training program is really important or it actually affects employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. Okay, so they want to know the effectiveness on it. So now I can say the main objective of the study is to assess the effectiveness of the training program or continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. You get it? So now this is the main objective. And the main objective, you don't have to break it down. So you can't start stating the main objective of the study and be like, to assess the effectiveness of the training program on employee performance, and you stop there. You get your whole answer wrong. Because this has to be the main objective. So all what the research topic is talking about has to come here. You get it? After here, they are going to ask you the specific objective. That's when you are going to break this one down. But here, you don't break it down. Whatever the research topic is talking about, you have to state it here. You get it? So now this is the main objective. Now let's go to the III. So the III says that we should formulate two specific objectives for the study. So now specific objectives. Specific objectives. So now when we say specific objective, you are just going to break down the main objectives. Do you get it? So this one, they said two of them. So just break this one down into two. So now for the specific objectives, we can just break this one down. So we can say to assess the effectiveness or the impact of the training program on employee performance. That can be the first one. And then the second one, we can say maybe to assess the impact of the training program on, so we've already spoken about employee performance, so on job satisfaction or end retention. Do you get it? So we can do it something like that. So for the first one, I'll say to, since I've used assess, I can use a synonym. So maybe to evaluate the impacts of the training program on employee performance. Then I can end there. So I'll not add the job satisfaction and retention. So the next one I can add it there. So we are breaking it down into parts. Do you get it? So now this one, they even said it was in particular departments. So you are having the research in the production and logistics department. So I can say in the productions and logistics departments. Do you get it? So in productions and logistics departments, because that's where they are conducting the research at. So these two departments, so you can add it to it. Do you get it? So now the second one, the second specific objective. This one, the first one I spoke about the employee performance. Now I can talk about job satisfaction or even retention. So I can say to analyze or to, let me just use assess. So to assess the impacts of the training program on, so let me use job satisfaction, on job satisfaction. That's all. You get it? So I could have spoken about it. If they are asked three, I could have spoken about the first one on employee performance, second one on job satisfaction, the third one on retention. So the specific objective, just break down the main objectives. And then for the specific objectives too, sometimes they can ask you for a research question that aligns with each specific objective that you stated. So now for the first specific objective that you stated, which we said is to evaluate the impact of the training program on employee performance in productions and logistics departments. If you're asked for a research question that aligns with it, you can say, how does the training program affect employee performance in productions and logistics department? Do you get it? Or how does the training program impact employee performance in productions and logistics department? You get it? So just change this to a question. The second one, so you can see, how does the training program impact job satisfaction? You get it? If it's for the main objective, you can see that, how does the training program affect employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention? So just change it to questions, basically. You get it? So now that's about it, in case they ask you for a research question based on this one. All right, so now I'm going to clean the board so that we go to the IVIN. So for the IVIN, we are asked to state a problem statement for this research. Do you get it? So now you should state a problem statement. That one, it might be a bit long, so I'll just read it, so that usually they don't ask this every time, but sometimes they might ask, so you might just want to know. So this one, like this, the problem statement, you can say something like, management has introduced a training program or a continuous training program which is supposed to affect employee performance, job satisfaction, and all that, but management is unsure of the impacts of the training program on job satisfaction, employee. What are the three things they spoke about? So job satisfaction, employee performance, and retention. All right, now let's move on to the VIN. So the VIN, they are saying that we should state an appropriate research design for the study, including the approach and data type, and justify your choice. All right. So the VIN, the first one they asked us is for the research design. So for the research design, it just shows you how to collect and analyze data. You get it, based on the purpose of your research. But then there are several of them, but then the most common one is the descriptive and the explanatory. Do you get it? So most of the time, your answers would usually be the descriptive or the explanatory. So you might want to put this to your head. Now, how do you know which research design to use? Now, when we say descriptive, it just means to describe. So if you are conducting a research where the people you are going to ask questions, or whatever you are conducting research, they are going to describe an event or describe how something affects them or something, you use the descriptive. Do you get it? Now, the second one is the explanatory. I'm just talking about the common ones because most of the time your answer will fall from this. Now, the explanatory, you use it when you are talking about, when you want to know if one thing affects another thing. Do you get it? So maybe I want to know if social media affects academic performance. So this one like this, they said they wanted to know if the training program affects employee performance and all that. So you can also use explanatory. So when you want to know, let me just say, to know if something affects the other. You get it? So now, because they told us that they want to know how whether training program affects employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention, you can just go ahead and say you use the explanatory. You get it? Because they want to know if training program affects, or they want to know if one variable affects another. You get it? You can also add a bit of descriptive. You can use both descriptive and explanatory. You can use descriptive because you are going to ask them, when you are conducting a research, you are going to ask them, oh, did the training program help? What was the effects? I mean, do you get it? So since they're going to be describing how it helped them or whether it didn't help them and all that, you can also add a descriptive, but then you can talk about only the explanatory too. You get it? All right. Now, apart from the research design, they also asked us about the research approach. Research approach. All right. So for the research approach, there are three types. We have the quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods. So quantitative, quantitative approach. We have the qualitative too. Then finally, we have the mixed methods. So now for the research approach, it just shows you how you are going to conduct the research as well. Do you get it? So now when we say quantitative, it means you are going to focus on numbers, basically, or measurement and all that, measurement, numbers and all that. Now qualitative, it means you are going to focus on words. Do you get it? So things that are not measurable. So words, expressions and all that, that's qualitative. The mixed method means you are going to combine both quantitative and qualitative. So now you would have to ask yourself, this one, are you going to use quantitative or qualitative? Now, they said they want to know how the training program is going to affect employee retention, job satisfaction, and all that. So now, because they are comparing to see the effect of when the training was introduced and before the training was introduced, that's how they'll be able to know if it actually affects. We can say we are going to use the quantitative approach. You get it? Because you are making measurements. So anytime measurement is involved, you usually use quantitative, or when you're usually comparing different things. You get it? You can also decide to use mixed method if, let's say, you're going to combine both of them. So someone might say that, oh, maybe apart from the fact that he's going to compare the before and after, he might ask them how did the training go. I mean, based on their expressions and all that. So you can decide to combine both of them, but it actually depends on you and how you are going to explain it. Do you get it? But then I might just say quantitative because I'm just going to compare before they were having the training program and after they were having the training program. Then which one gave me higher productivity? I'll take that one. So that's quantitative. So it will also depend on you. Now the last one they asked us is for the data type. So data type. And for the data type, there are two types. You have primary and secondary. Now, let's start with the primary data. So when you say primary data, it means you are collecting the information from the actual source or first hand. You get a first hand information. So like if let's say something happened, you are getting the information from the direct source. When you say secondary, it means you are getting it from a different source apart from the first source. You get this one because you are dealing directly with the employees. We would say you are going to use primary data. You get it? Because you are dealing directly with the employees. You're asking them how the training program went and all that. So you're going to use primary data. Assuming it was different people apart from the employees, or they put that it doesn't really affect them directly, then we'll say a secondary. Do you get it? All right. So that's for the VIN part of the question where they asked us for the research design, the research approach, and the data type. All right. So that's for the VIN. Now let's go to the VIN. The VIN says that you should state the population of the study. So now the population of the study means the people that you want to conduct the research on, or the people that you are conducting the research on. Do you get it? So now let's read the question again. So now it's at the latter part, they said something like, so to assess its effectiveness, the company is conducting a 6-month pilot within 2 departments: production, into bracket 200 employees, and logistics, into brackets 150 employees. So they are conducting the research within these 2 departments, and they've already given you the numbers. So they said for production, they are taking 200 employees, and logistics 150 employees. So they want to conduct the research on them. So that would be our population for the study. So they put that they want to conduct the research on. Do you get it? Obviously, they can't conduct it on everyone in the department because it will be very big. Do you get it? But the people that they take and they want to conduct the research on, that's the population of the study. So for the population, let me do it here. So for the population of the study, we had 200 employees from production, right? Then plus 150 employees from logistics. So when we add oil, it will give us 350 employees. So don't make a mistake and use 600 employees. At the beginning of the question, they said a company with 600 employees. They didn't say that they want to conduct the research on the 600 employees. They are just telling you the total number of employees in that company. They never said anything about researching on those 600 employees. So you have to read the question and see when they spoke about the number of people they want to research on. Do you get it? All right. Now let's go to the Venn II. The Venn II says that what is the sample size for the study? So Venn II, sample size. So now sample size means the number of people that you have actually selected to do the research on. Don't get confused between the population and the sample size. For the population, you wish you could have researched on all the 350 people. You get it? You wish these are the people that you want to conduct the research on. But now you realize that, oh, the 350 is even still a lot. So now the people that you actually taken, that you are going to ask them questions one by one. You are going to assess them and all. That's the sample size. So those are the people that you are actually conducting the research on. You get it? And now they gave you the information in the question. So at the latter part, they said the study will focus on a sample of the study will focus on a sample of 60 employees from each department involved in the pilot. So 60 employees from each department. That's the production and logistics. So 60 from production, 60 from logistics. So that will give you what? 120. So to be 60 from logistics plus 60 from production. So that will give you 120 employees. All right. So we are done with the Venn II. Now let's go to the Venn III. So they said we should identify a suitable sampling technique for selecting the sample and justify your choice. So Venn III, suitable sampling technique. So this one, they've already done the sampling, but then they want to know if you actually know the name of the type of sampling they did in the question. You get it? Now let's first understand the question. Now remember that at first the company had 600 employees across several departments: production, quality assurance, logistics, and human resources. Do you get it? Then they introduced a training program. Do you get it? Now after they introduced the training program, at the end of it, they said they want to know if it affects the job satisfaction and all that. So to assess its effectiveness, the company is conducting a 6-month pilot within 2 departments. So out of the 600, which operates across different departments like production, quality assurance, logistics, and human resources, that's 4 departments. Now they've broken it down into 2 departments. So now to assess its effectiveness, the company is conducting a 6-month pilot within 2 departments. So they are going to use the 2 departments to represent all the 4 departments. You get it? So that's the production and logistics. So for production, they had 200 employees, and logistics 150 employees. Do you get it? To represent the 4 departments. Now, after they took the 200 from production and 150 from logistics, later on, they also realized that it was a lot. So at the end, they said the study will focus on a sample of 60 employees from each department. So they broke it down twice. Don't forget, at first it was 600 from 4 departments. That was quality assurance, logistics, production, and human resources. Then later on, they took 2 departments that they want to do the study on, which was production and logistics. So 200 from production, 150 from logistics. Now, out of the production and logistics, they realized that, 200 is a lot. I can't speak to all the 200. I can't speak to all the 150 from logistics as well. So I have to take 60 from each. Now, this type of sampling is called a stratified sampling or a stratified random sampling. I'll explain it. So the suitable sampling technique is a stratified random sampling. Now, when we say stratified random sampling, what does it mean? So now let me explain the stratified random sampling. Now, let me use UPSC as an example. If I want to conduct a research in UPSC, so this is the topic for my research, maybe the impact of social media on the academic performance on UPSC girls. Not the whole UPSC students. I only want to know for the girls. Now listen to it carefully. The impact of social media on the academic performance on UPSC girls. Meaning that I want to know if or how social media affects the academic performance for the girls in UPSC. So this one like this, I'm only interested in the girls. Now if I can't just go to UPSC and select random people. I'll enter a class and select 50 people as random to do my research. Why? Because if I select 50, It could be that, oh, maybe 30 will be boys, 20 might be boys, but I'm not interested in boys. I'm only interested in girls. So I might end up getting boys when I don't want boys. Do you get it? So because I don't want boys, if I'm doing a research like that, I'll do what we call the stratified random sampling. So how do we go about it? So I want to conduct the research on only UPSA girls. So what I'll do is that I'll take groups, which we call the strata. You get it? So I'll take different groups. Maybe I'll go to admin 1, admin 2, admin 3. I'll take all the girls in the class. So maybe admin 1, there are 60 girls. Admin 2, there are 70 girls. Admin 3, there are 40 girls. I'll take all the girls. These are the subgroups. Then out of the girls, that's when I'll select them randomly. Do you get it? So it's similar to this. This one like this, the whole population was 600 in the question. Then later on, they took 2 departments, which is a subset of it. That was production and logistics. There were other departments, but then they took a subset of it. Do you get it? So it's like the way we also didn't select the boys, we only took part of it. Then after they took the subset of it, which was the production and the logistics, they left out some other department. Then after they took it, then that's when they took 60 randomly from the production and 60 from the logistics. Do you get it? So that's for the stratified random sampling. All right. So now that's for the Venn III. So now let's move on to the IX. So the IX says that we should explain how the sampling technique selected in Venn III will be applied in this study. So now how do we get the 60 people? This one they've already told you in the question, but they want to know if you are paying attention. So the first thing that first we had 600 people. You get 600 employees in the question. So the first step is that you divide the 600 employees into 2 different groups, 2 subsets. So it takes 2 subsets of the 600 employees. Remember that the 600 employees are from all the departments, which is production, quality assurance, logistics, and human resources. So you can just take 2 out of them. This one like this, they took 2 specifically. So they said they took 200 from production and logistics and 150 from logistics. So the first step they used was, so I'll say divide employees into 2 groups. So this one, it was production and logistics. So at the production, that's when they got the 200, the logistics, they got the 150. Then the second step is that randomly select 60. So I'm just saying the same thing they did in the question. So randomly select 60 people from each department or each group. Do you get it? So this one, they've already done the sampling in the question. So you just have to repeat how you go about it. So that's the same thing in the question. So yes, just 2 steps. You can end it. All right. So now let's move on to the X. So the X says that you should identify the dependent and independent variables in the study. So I already spoke about it earlier on, so I'll not speak on it again. But then let me just recap you. So I said the independent variable is what affects something else. You get it? What is affecting something, or the cause of whatever it is in the question. You get it? So this one, we said it was the impact of a continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and all that. So the impact of the training program, that's what is affecting the other variables. So the training program is the independent variable. That's for the independent variable. Whatever is causing something to change, you get it? So that's for the independent variable. Then for the dependent variable, is whatever is being affected by the other variable. So the impact of the training program on job satisfaction, employee performance, and retention. So those 3 are the dependent variable. You get it? Whatever is being affected by the training program. All right, now let's go to XI. So XI says that you should state one appropriate instrument for data collection and briefly explain how it will be used. So how are we going to collect the data? What instruments are we going to? There are a lot of instruments you can use. You can use interviews, you can use questionnaires and others. This one, the best would be a questionnaire. Usually we use questionnaires. Questionnaires are like those things where you see something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then agree, strongly disagree, and all that. You get it? So this one, I can have something like maybe the training improves my performance, agree, strongly disagree. You get it? The person will choose, oh, maybe agree. Then if a lot of people choose agree, then it means that, oh, it's actually improved their performance. You get it? So this one, you can say that the appropriate instrument for data collection here will be a questionnaire. where each employee will be given the same questions to answer. So that way you can even find the percentage, the number of people that agree to it, like you get it. And it's also effective because everyone will get the same question. And it also saves time rather than asking them a lot of questions, because now someone's come to tell his story, it will take time. But this one, everyone has the same question. So yeah, you could use that. Now let's go to the XII. So the XII says that we should formulate one null hypothesis and one alternative hypothesis for the study. Okay, let me clean the board so that we do it. So now the question is saying that we should formulate one null hypothesis and one alternative hypothesis. So now the XII. So they're asking for a null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Now, the null hypothesis is the same as H0, so something like H0. The alternative hypothesis is the same as H1. Now, when you say null hypothesis, just put it to your head. It means that whatever variables in the question are not significant. Do you get it? So this one like this, you talk about the continuous training program on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. You get it? So if for the null hypothesis, we are going to say that the training program has no significant effect on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. Do you get it? So this is for the null hypothesis. So you are saying that whatever variable they are talking about, whatever thing that you are saying has impact, you are saying that for the null hypothesis, it means that it has no significant effect or it has no impact on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. It's just an assumption that you are making. Do you get it? So for the alternative hypothesis, so if it is not the null hypothesis, then we will say that the training program has a significant effect on employee performance, job satisfaction, and retention. So this is the alternative hypothesis. So whatever study they've given to you, you would have to form the hypothesis in case they ask you. So if it is, let's say, the impacts of social media on academic performance, then now hypothesis would be that social media has no effect on academic performance. Then the alternative would be that social media has a significant effect or has an effect on academic performance. Do you get it? So for the null hypothesis, it has no effect on whatever they are talking about. The alternative hypothesis, it has an effect on the variables they are talking about. Do you get it? So that's basically how you go about it. All right, so you are done with the question one, which is on research proposal. And for this particular question, most of the questions I've asked are the ones that they are going to ask you, the topic, the main objectives, and all that. So if you go through it, I'm sure it would help you a lot. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish all of you the best in your research exam paper as well. Have a nice day.